In this video, we're going to explore the various parts of the JackBord. Starting at the lower left side of the JackBord, we see the power button. This is right next to the power port. You press this once to turn the JackBord on, and press it twice rapidly to turn it off. Arranged around the outside of the JackBord are 6 ports. These ports allow you to connect things to the JackBord. Starting in the lower left, we have the power port. This has many 3-volt and 5-volt power pins and a set of ground pins. You use this to power things like RC servos or sensors. Moving up towards the left, we have ports A, B and C. These are the main ports that you'll use for connecting things to the JackBord. The layouts of ports A, B and C is essentially the same. The first 5 pins are the pins that you use to connect things to the JackBord. These are followed by a ground pin, a 3-volt power pin, and a 5-volt power pin. Pins on ports A, B, C, and D are duplicated on both sides. So for example, there are 2 pin A1s, there are 2 pin B1s, and so on. Pins A1 to A4 on port A are special because in addition to the other functions, they can also measure analog inputs, and you can use them to measure voltages. The activity LED is located on the upper left-hand side of the JackBord, to the left of port B. Its job is to show you the state of the JackBord. So for example, if the JackBord is in treehouse mode, it will flash green. If it is ready to be adopted, it will flash white. And if it has been adopted, it will flash blue. You can learn more about the activity LED by reading the Getting Started JackBord Journeys book, which is in the Start Here section of the JackBord website. To the right of port B is the user LED. This, as the name implies, is an LED which can be used by the user, and it's controlled by using port L1. The LED itself is an RGB LED, which means it can be any color you like. Use this in your projects to indicate things. There are 2 more RGB user LEDs on the JackBord. These are located inside, behind port C and the power port. You can control the colors of these LEDs by using port pins L2 and L3. You'll learn how to control these LEDs and the other port pins on the JackBord in the video Your First Command, Getting Started with the JackBord command line. Port D is located at the bottom center of the JackBord. It's special because it lets you connect all sorts of sensors to the I2C bus. You'll learn more about this in other videos. Port E is located on the lower right-hand side of the JackBord. This port serves many purposes, one of which is to allow the drive motors to be connected to the JackBord. This is also the port where you connect the sRGB smart LEDs. It also has the reset pin and a second power pin, which lets you turn the JackBord on and off from a switch on a wire. And finally, port E is where the one-wire pin is, and this lets you connect various one-wire devices to the JackBord. You'll learn more about all of these in other videos. The JackBord's charging socket is located on the lower left below the power port. This is where you connect the JackBord's USB charging cable when you need to charge the JackBord. The amount of charge remaining in the JackBord's battery is indicated by the 4 charging LEDs that are also located below the power port. 1 means you need to charge straight away, while 4 means that the battery is fully charged. Finally, we come to the factory ID of the JackBord. This is located below port B. You will need this when you want to adopt the JackBord. Remember, the 4 letters and digits of the factory ID are case sensitive. Now that we've learned the basic parts of the JackBord, go to www.jackbord.org and click on the Start Here link on the top left of the home page to find out more about what you can do with the JackBord.